Or he's a really big deal.
I have to admit, I was a bit surprised by the decision to have Sean Spicer at the Emmys. And bring him on stage.
You are not alone.
Yeah, and to bring him on stage at the podium. And you told Andy Cohen last night that you had no regrets about it. I wonder, can you tell me a little bit how it came about?
Yeah, we'd worked on the monologue. I don't know, we had like a 15-minute monologue in our pocket or something like that. And we wanted a final, we knew that all the last jokes were really about the president. It was about him never having won an Emmy. It was about ratings, that sort of. It was my idea. I said, I think we should have him. And listen, we talked about it. Some people are like, no, people are going to be mad. And I'm like, people will be mad about a lot of things. And I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but what's this work without any risk? I called Jon Stewart, and I said, what do you think? And he said, you got to. That's the perfect ending to the monologue. And I said, well, people are going to like think that might be, you know, like it might be like normalizing Trump is actually what we were worried about, because we didn't think of Sean Spicer as he seemed like a sort of a sad figure to us at that point, who was never ever going to really work again, and this might be the last time anybody ever sees him ever. Honest to God, it never occurred. It never, like, some people afterwards were like, oh, you're going to normalize him. I never for a minute imagined that it would redeem him in the eyes of the public. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say I was right, that it did not redeem him in the eyes of the public. And he's not Donald Trump. He's not the actual source of the cancer. He's a symptom. And so when it was over, I was happy for him. Well, I'll tell you, right before he walked out on stage. So I did the monologue, and it had gone pretty well. And I'm looking around the room, and I just done the joke about, like, oh, Donald Trump, you know, Donald Trump's never won an Emmy because, you know, in the Emmys, the popular vote wins. And I got a nice laugh in the room, and I looked around the room, and I looked around the room, and I thought, there's not one person in this room who disagrees with me, except Gerald McCraney. You know, the Major Dad guy, because I think he's a Republican. He spoke at Dole's convention, and I went, oh, maybe Gerald wouldn't like these jokes. Maybe he thinks these jokes are a little tough. And then so the next joke I just improvised, where I said, where do I find the courage to tell these jokes in this room? Which got another laugh, because I knew what was about to happen. But I wanted that to happen, because if you don't piss off the people who agree with you every so often, you're not trying.
Would you have been willing to do the same thing for Stephen Miller?
I don't think he was as, no, because he was still in power.